Hey, Mark here from Whole Latte Love. I'm with Gabby at Jura, and Gabby, you've got something really cool to show us.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
So this is the ENA 8. It is a small, stunning, yet simple automatic coffee machine. So why don't we go ahead and get started with all the features?
Yeah, just take us kind of through the outside of the machine and tell us
Sure.
what's going on here.
So right here at the top, we have a 4.4 ounce bean container. You see here that the lid does have an aroma preservation cover, keeping your beans fresh. And if you look at the front of the bean container, you see the grinder selector here. So while the machine is grinding, I can actually determine whether I want a fine or coarse grind right with the wheel here.
Depending on the sort of coffee you're using
That's right.
or how you like your coffee, you can adjust that grind and change the flavor or the boldness, that kind of thing.
But you know, just like a bike, you have to change the gears in motion. So you do
Right.
have to change that while it's actually grinding.
Okay.
Moving here, we have the pre-ground chute. So I can actually use pre-ground coffee with my ENA 8. And simply by opening the chute here, you'll see that the machine recognizes that it's time to insert pre-ground coffee.
So that's like handy for decaf coffee, or
Right,
if
or
you
a
have,
flavored,
Yeah.
you know, something like this.
Okay.
The ENA 8 also comes with a funnel and also a coffee scoop. So it's very easy to insert the pre-ground right in there. Yep. So we'll go ahead and close that. You'll see here that the machine is recognizing that I have not inserted any pre-ground coffee. It's thinking.
Yep.
And here we go to the front of the machine. The ENA 8 features a 2.8-inch TFT color display. So you see here my high-res beverage options. It also features buttons. So not to get this confused, although it does look like a touchscreen display, it still has easy selector and navigation buttons. Now what does that mean? My selector buttons are basically if I press, it will begin to brew. But if
Okay.
I press and hold, I can also access any programming.
So you can change the amount of milk or coffee or
Yep.
strength, temperature, that kind of thing?
That's right. So in the programming here, I can change the volume, the strength, even the temperature.
Okay.
So with my navigation buttons, I can filter through the different screens. Here you have 10 different specialties, and using this right selector button, I'm actually going through all the different displays and screens on my ENA 8.
And then you can change the parameters of any of those drinks, how
That's
you
right.
how you like them.
Everything's fully
we'll
programmable.
get a little bit more into this because you can actually kind of do it on the fly, right?
Yes, that as well.
We'll take a look at that in a minute.
Definitely.
We've got over here, so you're doing milk-based espresso
Yes.
beverages.
Yeah, so with the ENA 8, you could do anything from an espresso to espresso doppio, cappuccinos, latte macchiatos, even a flat white. It is the first compact machine to brew a flat white.
And yeah, one of the things I really like about this machine is, and we were talking about this earlier, is it does the milk preparation in the proper order depending on the type of milk drink that you're doing, right?
Yep, that's right. So for example, a cappuccino, it's going to first prepare the milk foam, and then it's going to inject it with the espresso. When I brew a flat white, it will do the espresso first and then top it off with milk foam. And with that being the case, it does give it different, taste profiles. So a
Right.
flat white will taste different from a cappuccino. But the machine knows exactly what to do, so no guesswork on the user's end.
We'll take a look at that in a minute, but let's go through the rest of the machine here. This is something new for Jura.
Yeah, this is new actually, one of my favorite features. So the ENA 8 features a 37-ounce water tank, but as you can see here by the shape, it is more on the circular end. It's also very easy to remove from the machine, and I'm holding it with one hand. Nice and easy. So it's very lightweight, it's very easy to place on the side of the machine here, and again, it holds 37 ounces of water.
Okay.
But one more thing I want to point out is the design of this water tank. As you can see here, it has almost like a crystal carafe look. So this is,
Very nice.
a very design-oriented machine.
And you do have a water filter in there, and we'll talk again more about this, but one of the things I really like about the Jura machines is just how super easy they are to maintain, right?
Yeah, so now becoming a Jura standard, all of our machines have the intelligent water system. And what that means is I will use a Clairol smart filter in my water tank, and basically the machine's going to communicate with me as the user, telling me when it's time to change the filter. If you look here on the screen, you'll see that the filter is indicated to be blue, meaning I have a brand new filter in the machine. After a couple months, it's going to tell me to change the filter, and that icon will become red, advising the user it's time to change the filter.
But all you have to do is put a new filter in, and the machine
Nice and
knows
easy.
all about it, right?
Yes.
And another really nice feature with Jura machines, if you use the filter, you never have to descale.
You said
right?
it. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And that's true with just about every Jura machine, correct?
Yes, so as long as you're using a filter, it eliminates the use of descaling.
Yeah.
But if you did have to descale, we also sell descaling tablets.
Sure.
So cleaning and maintenance is super easy with Jura. The ENA 8 also does come with a 2-pack cleaning tablet. So again, the machine is so intuitive. When it is time to clean your machine, you will have an alert on your screen saying, hey, clean the machine. And
Right.
you can use those tablets that it comes with. So nice and easy.
So we're using whole beans, ground fresh.
Yes.
So after they brew, where do they go?
So after they brew, you have here a removable drip tray. And in the drip tray, you'll have the coffee pucks, we like to call them. Basically, you'll see a nice, pressed coffee puck of the coffee that you just brewed.
Right.
And so after a while, this will become full, and the machine will alert you to empty this as well. Other than that, you just have water in the tray. So it's very easy to remove, also with one hand, as you can see here. And then this opening allows you to simply
Just pour
drain out the water.
Oh, I really like that's new too. I haven't seen that on a
Yeah,
Jura
this is
machine.
a new feature actually, similar to the Workplace X8 machine, which
Okay.
you've done a great video on. And like the X8, you have this funnel here, which basically allows you to just drain the water easily without having to take all the parts apart.
Very
And
nice.
so also, if you notice here the new placement of the sensor, typically the sensors are placed on the back of the machine. With the new design of the ENA 8, the sensors have been moved to the front, making sure that you don't wet them. And so the machine knows when you've inserted the tray again.
All
So
right.
with one hand, you simply put it back in place and you're ready to brew.
Very nice.
Yeah. So one more thing I want to mention is also the frother. So the ENA 8 features a cappuccino frother. In other words, it does only milk foam, but what's great about that is you don't have to move your cup.
Right.
So when I want to brew a cappuccino, I simply place my cup on the cup platform, and here I have my coffee and my milk spout all under one assembly. Like the X8 also, the cover is magnetic. I'm taking a lot of premium features from our other lines and adding them to our compact ENA 8, and as you can see here, the cover is just magnetic. But one of my favorite features is the separate hot water spout.
Okay.
So we're excited about this because typically the premium machines have a separate hot water spout. So to have a separate hot water spout in a compact machine is really so great. You can brew different temperatures for your teas.
Okay.
For example, you might use the low temperature for your green and herbal teas, and then the higher temperature for your black and oolong.
So in the menus there, you can program the temperature
Yeah,
that you want.
and we'll go through that as well.
Okay.
But having that separate hot water spout also allows me to brew Americanos.
Nice.
So I
yeah.
can, brew an espresso and then add hot water to it as a second step.
Those are really becoming incredibly popular. People have really turned on to the Americanos, which is really simple. You're just adding hot water to espresso.
Exactly, that's all it is. But with the ENA 8, I don't have to move my cup.
That's
so
really
that makes
nice.
it nice and easy and super convenient to brew.
All right, Gabby, we got to look at the machine. Now let's make some drinks,
Yeah.
right? And the ENA 8 does something pretty cool.
Yeah, so you know what? One of my favorites is the Espresso doppio. So why don't we go ahead and brew that?
So that's like a double espresso, right?
It's a true shot, double shot. So
Okay.
basically what that means is the machine will grind, tamp, and brew twice at the single touch of a button.
And you can get, and most baristas now doing double shots are doing they're dosing in the 19 gram range. And with a doppio, you can do that because each grind cycle, you can get up to 10 grams.
Up to 10 grams, that's right.
So you get an actual true double shot of espresso. from
Double
this thing.
shot.
Let's
yeah,
do it.
Let's go ahead and brew. So I'm going to adjust my coffee spout here, bring it close to my cup. This is height adjustable, so that's really great depending on your cup size. And with my selector button, I'm going to go ahead and press the Espresso doppio button.
Okay.
So you,
We're seeing strength here, the strength of the coffee, right?
yeah, as you just saw, I adjusted the strength, but I can also adjust the volume. So for this cup size, I'm actually going to go down to 2 ounces here. So that will give me 2 1-ounce shots of
1-ounce shots.
espresso. Yeah.
Or a true double espresso.
Yeah.
I really like that.
And if you can hear here, you'll see the machine is actually pulsing.
That's the pep brewing, right?
Yeah, the pulse extraction process. So if you touch the machine, you can see it pulsing and also hear it pulsing to really give you that great crema and aroma at the top.
Because you can also do just straight coffee on this, and with that, it's not going to use the pep process,
That's
right?
right.
So you're going to get, more of an American style coffee.
That's right. So
Yeah.
with the pep, you get like that thicker crema at the top, a nice crown there. Also, it's only for the short specialties. So anything like espresso, ristretto, macchiato, those drinks will use the pep.
So you're making a nice espresso. Right?
Yes, that's right.
And I like, you know what? It's very quiet though.
It's quiet.
It's a very quiet machine.
Yeah,
Can I have a?
absolutely,
All
just
right.
for you. What do you think?
That's very nice.
Nice
very
and strong?
Nice and strong. Nice and
Perfect.
hot. A really nice shot.
Great, that's awesome. So actually, do you want to try maybe a milk drink just to kind of tone that down a bit?
Absolutely.
So the ENA 8 is actually the first compact machine in our assortment to brew a flat white. So very trendy drink on the market, as you know. Different from a cappuccino, though, it's going to brew the coffee first and then add the milk foam. So it's going to top it off with the milk foam. So again, because my spout here is height adjustable, I can place a larger cup. And using my navigation button, I'm going to look for the flat white on my screen. All right, so here's my flat white, and with my selector button, go ahead and brew it. Now I can also adjust the settings on the fly.
On the fly, that's really unique.
Yeah, and then at the end of the preparation, it's recognized that I've changed the settings, so then I can save it at the end.
Oh.
So that's one way to program.
Nice.
Yeah. So here I have 2 ounces of coffee.
And this, for those who don't know, a flat white really, it features the espresso more than like, if you're buying those big lattes.
That's
where
right.
That's really more about the milk. The flat white really more features the espresso.
The strong espresso, yeah, that's right. So this is a great drink for somebody who loves coffee but wants something a little bit more soft with milk. So this will give you a nice strong shot of espresso, and then it'll top it off with milk foam.
And I see, so for our milk supply here, we've got the glass container.
Yeah, so this is the Jura glass milk container. It holds 17 ounces of milk. What's great about this is I can pop it right into my fridge after use. So it's very convenient. Keep it on your countertop while you're brewing and then pop it right back into the fridge.
That looks beautiful.
Doesn't that look awesome?
It really
it's really
does.
Tasty too.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
Very nice.
Would you like to try this one?
I would love to try
Definitely.
this one. That's a really nice froth on there. I really like the way that you're seeing the coffee within the milk. And it's, not just a glob of milk foam on top.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's nice layers of milk and coffee.
Oh yeah,
nice
that's
and
very
sweet.
nice.
Right.
Yeah, and the milk's done at the right temperature.
Exactly.
It's not incredibly hot, because you go too hot with milk, you really lose the flavor of
That's
it,
right.
don't you?
Yeah.
So Gabby, earlier you mentioned an Americano, and they're really trendy. And can you make one on the ENA 8?
Actually, you can.
All
Can I
right.
show you?
Yes, please do.
Okay, just that. So I'm going to place my cup on the cup platform here. Again, height adjustable, so I can adjust this to my cup. And first, I'm going to brew an espresso.
Okay.
So using my navigation buttons, I'm looking for espresso on my screen. And here we have it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and select espresso. I'm going to program it to be nice and strong.
Nice.
And then I'm also going to adjust the volume to be 2 ounces.
And that's really nice that you can do that right on the fly.
Right on the fly, depending on your cup size or
Yeah.
how much coffee you'd like. So it's really nice to adjust those. When it's actually done brewing, it will allow me to save that setting as well. And then as you can hear, again, the pulse extraction process is happening for this specialty.
It's a very quiet machine. I do hear it, but it's got a nice tone to it.
Yeah, it's nice and quiet, so you can really enjoy the brew of this espresso. And again, you'll see here on my screen, now that it's done preparing, I can hit save.
So you've saved that amount now, and that's what you're going to get next time you hit that button.
That's correct. And now, because I'm brewing an Americano, I have to add hot water to it. So again, looking at my screen here, I'm going to select the hot water function. So now I'm using my navigation buttons to find the hot water. And here we have it. So I'll go ahead and use the selector button. I'm going to change the temperature to high, because an Americano has nice hot water.
And you can change the temperature right after you've selected. That's really neat.
Yeah, you can change the temperature for every preparation.
Wow.
So for example, if I'm doing a green tea and I want a lower temperatured water, I can do it right before the brew, or right before the water prepares itself. And here you have, I didn't even have to move my cup.
That's nice.
Brewed an espresso, and now I'm adding the hot water at a high temperature for a true Americano.
And these are becoming really, really popular. They've been around for a while, but here in the U.S. at least, they're becoming more and more popular, because it just gets you. From your perspective, what are you getting with this?
So from my perspective, you're just making a strong espresso, and you're adding hot water to it. So there's no interruption during the preparation. When I brew a coffee, hot water is going through the coffee grounds the entire time.
Right.
When I brew an Americano, because it's a separate function, it's really allowing the coffee to come to a true bloom.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
and I have
you
to
have
try,
to try this one, of
yes.
course.
Oh wow, and it's hot.
Nice and hot, so be
if
careful.
If you like it hot, yeah.
Again, you can program it to a lower temperature.
Yeah, and you do if you've been doing drip or filter coffee for a really long time and you haven't tried an Americano, there's just a deeper flavor really that you get.
That's right. Yeah, it's more, it's less bitter, less acidic, but you get like the full flavor of that coffee.
Right.
And so it's really an enjoyable drink.
So Gabby, you showed us how you can kind of change some of the drink parameters while you're making the drink, but there's other ways to do that, right? And it's really easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. So actually right on my screen here, I can select the beverage that I want to program and press and hold that beverage to access all of the parameters of that specialty. So for example, I'd like to program my latte macchiato.
Right.
I'm going to press and hold. And then here I can see I can change the volume, the coffee strength, as well as the temperature, the amount of milk foam, and even the interval that allows for the separation of the milk for this particular specialty.
And that's where you get that visual presentation with a layer of espresso between different types of milk, really.
That's right. So why don't we go ahead and program the latte macchiato so then we can brew one.
So just press and hold?
Yep. So for volume here, we have 3 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 and hit save. And for the milk, let's see, my milk, let's do about 12 seconds, just so it fits the cup nicely.
Okay.
And hit save. And now my interval, I'm going to shorten it.
That interval is just allows the milk to separate, so you get that.
That's right.
That really nice visual presentation.
So factory settings is 20 seconds, which sounds just about right. But for the purpose of this, I really want you to enjoy this drink. Let's go ahead and lower it to about 10 seconds.
Okay.
You still get that great separation, but just so you can see a visual of that. So go ahead and raise my coffee spout, place your cup, and then going back to the home screen, now that your beverage is programmed, you can just go ahead and hit the selector button to brew.
Now, could you, and at this point, you can still adjust it just like you were the other ways.
You absolutely can.
And have the option to save it after the fact?
Yes, that's right. That's called adjusting on the fly.
Yeah.
So many ways to program, and they're all so easy.
And let's say I've got milk coming out of here, and oh no, my glass is way too small. I can stop it really easily, right?
That's right.
At any point?
So if you look at the screen here, there is a cancel button.
Okay.
So if you're afraid it's going to overflow, simply hit the cancel button and it stops the preparation.
But it'll continue like and do the espresso like for this drink. It would still do that.
That's right. It'll stop it for every preparation step.
Okay.
So whether it's coffee or milk, they're separate from each other.
So right now we're in that little interval, letting the milk separate out a little bit. And again, you can extend this out to get even more separation.
That's right. Yeah, so depending on the cup size or how much separation you want, you can program that as well. So now we have 2 ounces of coffee, and you'll see the visual, you can actually see the layers separating. So here you still have the milk and then topped with that beautiful milk foam.
And again, just extend that, and the default you said was 20 seconds.
20 seconds.
To get even more. But I mean, that looks really nice too.
Delicious.
It really does. And of course,
you have to try it.
To try it. Wow, and it's hot. People, it is really hot. That's really nice, and yeah, I can see the separation there, right?
Right, and you can actually change the coffee temperature on this one.
Yeah.
So if you wanted a lower temperature, you can do low, normal, or high for coffee.
Having that control is really nice.
Yeah, that's really good. You can program every aspect of the machine.
All right. So Gabby, we've made some milk drinks. One thing I love about Jura machines is just how easy they are to maintain. You know, you get a machine like this, you want convenience, and Jura has really made that happen.
Yeah, that's right.
So tell us what's going on the screen here. That's telling us something, right?
So to your point, we did brew a bunch of milk specialties, and so as you can see here on the screen, I have an alert. This alert means clean the milk system. Now, it doesn't have to be initiated after every milk specialty is prepared, but it's simply there as a reminder that by the end of the day, you should be cleaning the milk system to add to the longevity of your machine.
If you're working with milk, you do want some hygiene, right?
Yeah, that's right, definitely.
Yeah.
So would you like me to show you how to do that? Or?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll show you just how easy that is. So the ENA 8 does come with the container of milk system cleaning. So you can go ahead and place it on your cup platform. Now what I've added to the front of this container is
right over here?
Yep, the solution. So you do get a sample solution of the milk system cleaner and also fresh water. So
just filled up to here, it's like a 2-part container.
That's right.
Okay.
So now I'm going to remove my milk siphoning hose from my glass milk container and insert it to the front part of this container.
Okay.
And now the machine is so intuitive, it's still going to walk you through the steps of how to clean the milk system. So go ahead and hit the maintenance status and clean milk system. If you watch the screen, it actually walks you through the steps.
Tells you what to do.
Exactly. No guesswork on the user's end. So go ahead and hit the start button. It's telling you to use Jura maintenance products, which we have. Hit next. You're going to add your fresh water with the solution, and it's going to go ahead and clean the milk system. So it takes about 2 minutes.
Okay.
And then after it's done, you can actually go ahead and start preparing drinks again.
So let's talk a little bit while it's doing its thing, and I love this. It's so easy. Talk about a couple of the accessories that we have here for milk. I mean, first thing I notice is this. I mean, you know, there's a lot of machines, they have just that clear tube, and you know, it works just fine. But for presentation, for making things look nice, what are we looking at right here?
So this is actually a milk pipe with stainless steel casing. So if you pull this out, you'll still see underneath this is the original Jura milk siphoning hose. But now we have this beautiful stainless steel casing, which basically covers that from showing. You know, this is great for adding to the design of the machine. You know, it adds that luxurious look and feel while covering your milk pipe. And
then over here we have the glass container here.
Yep.
And we touched on this.
Yeah, so this is our Jura glass milk container. Again, 17 ounces of milk. What's great about it is the convenience.
Bring
Pop
it in
right
from
in
the
fridge.
put it in the machine, put the tube in, and you're ready to go.
Exactly.
You're done, you put this back in the fridge, and it's ready to go for next time.
Seems simple enough.
Yeah. So I can see, I mean, it's a nice soapy solution, right?
So you can see here, even the quality of the foam and cleaning is really so great.
It's very nice.
And so the screen is telling me that the next step is adding fresh water.
Okay.
So
we'll go get some fresh water?
Yep, we'll go do that. All right, Mark, so I have the fresh water now. I'm going to go ahead and place it back on my cup platform and insert the milk siphoning hose once more.
So it's just to rinse things out?
Yeah, and now it's going to rinse it as the second step. You're going to go ahead and hit the next button. And it tells you on the screen the progression of this maintenance cycle. So you could see here on the screen that it's almost completed. And here we have the second part of the cycle. And again, it's just rinsing through the frother parts to ensure that it's completely clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, when doing milk, you don't want to leave the milk and getting crusty and that kind of thing.
Right.
But you don't, like you were saying earlier, you don't have to do it right after you make a drink. You know?
Right.
It's a daily sort of
so
thing.
especially if you're preparing milk specialties, we highly recommend that this function is completed at least once a day.
Sure.
So it doesn't have to be after the specialty is prepared, but definitely by the end of the day. And that alert on the screen is just a reminder that, hey, you know, clean me later.
And the setup's really nice, and then it cleans everything, the tube, the frothing device inside. And
that's right.
So everything is being cleaned.
Nice and easy.
Nice.
And then after it's finished, you're ready for use once more. So you can do milk specialties, you can go back to brewing espressos, whatever it is. This really ensures the longevity of the ENA 8 and all Jura machines.
Beautiful. And we're done.
That's it. Nice and easy.
So Gabby, we talked about a couple of the accessories, like the milk parts here, but there's another one that's really, really cool that I like a lot. Yeah.
So really popular is the Smart Connect. So the ENA 8 does not come with the Smart Connect, but you can purchase it as a separate accessory, and it is compatible with the ENA 8. So you're familiar with this little Bluetooth device. It goes right on the back of the machine and basically allows you to operate your automatic coffee machine from your smartphone or tablet.
Really full control. You can customize your drinks there. You can place orders if you have a group of friends around, and just start it right from there.
That's right. Like you said, you know, right from your couch, you can program all your specialties. You can change the name, the settings. It's basically adding touchscreen functionality to the palm of your hand. And now, you know, instead of programming only one latte macchiato, I can program several with Joe, the free and exclusive.
So you could have Gabby's, Mark's, John's, Tom's.
That's right.
Everybody could have their own.
Yeah, it really opens that range of programming for the ENA 8.
Very nice. So let's just kind of recap the machine. I mean, this is a new look for Jura. I mean, I really love the water tank here. Small in size. Who's the customer for this machine?
Yeah, so somebody that, you know, lives in a small living space, or, you know, city dwellers, somebody with small living spaces that can use this in their home. Like I said earlier, it does include a lot of the premium features in this compact design. So you have all the latest innovation, all the latest technology, the newest specialties, the trendy Americano, flat white, all in a compact design and brewed right at home.
And we have some colors too, right?
Yeah, that's right. So today we showed the Metropolitan Black. The ENA 8 also comes in a Nordic White and a Sunset Red.
All right.
Yeah.
So just to recap, I mean, one of the things that I really like about Jura is just so convenient. You know, I've used a lot of machines, and Jura makes it easy with like the smart filters, the milk cleaning system that makes it so easy. And I love the flat white on here.
Yeah.
You know, I really like this machine a lot.
Yep. So another actual technology that the ENA 8 features is something called VC technology. This is a vacuum clean technology. It's actually found in premium machines like the Giga, the Z, the S, and the E, but this is the first compact machine that offers this technology. Basically what it means is after your coffee is prepared, it flushes the coffee tubes and, you know, the lining with hot water, and so actually ensures that your coffee system internally is always clean and ready to use. It's great for hygiene.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Gabby, thank you so much for taking us through the ENA 8.
Thank you, Mark.
And we'll see you back here soon for more, right?
Sounds good.
All right.
Enjoy.
All right.